So here on board with Nick Gale, preparing for this open men's Taplin, Josh. And we've seen the 3-man Taplins throughout the summer of surf, but today 6-man Taplin. So back to the original format and all the teams lining up. It's going to be tight, but also really interesting. A couple of new teams in there and plenty of pride on the line, as always, club pride.
Yeah, back to the 6-man where we do it at the Australian Championships, the state championships. This is the test of depth in a club. And as we have a look down, there's some of the strongest clubs in the country here. And you can't get away with any weaknesses in a race like this. You might have 5 good guys, but if you don't have that 6, you're going to be in all sorts, as we see her off. And Nick Gale, he's really going at it. There's a lot of pride on the line here, especially that Northcliffe club, Mooloolaba. They've done it all in the past, and they're really, really highly competitive in this race.
Bang, they go through that first wave, and these boys, they make pretty easy work of that, and straight into this inshore gutter. They'll get a little bit of a reprieve from Huey for the moment, but then they're going to hit this back break. And again, this Taplin relay, if you had a bad individual race, then you can come back and set the record straight, can't you?
That's it, and you got the whole club there supporting you. They're all as they hit, as another one comes through, but these guys will want to be doing it for their teammates as the sets just keep rolling through. They're being belted out there, and there's nothing worse than, as we see here, Nick, the ski stopped. He's really got to get it going before he hits the next one. Get that thing up and moving, and then he'll crash through another one, lean back, up and over it. He'll stop again, and he'll try and get it up and moving, and hopefully find some green water out the back.
Yeah, they've had to go through a few, and a really good point you made there as well. Not just increasing the power to get through that wave, but putting the weight back to try and jack that nose up a little bit. You're not actually going through the wave. You want to go over it.
Oh, that's it. If you can't go through that. You can't go through Mother Nature. You've got to go up and over it or down deep and under it. And these guys, they'll try and pop over those things all day long, and it's about leaning back. It's all about timing, getting up over it, get that ski going again. And it looks like that's Mooloolaba out in the top of your screen on the black ski. That'd be Aaron Franklin there. Surface Paradise doing well there in second. There's a couple of Maroochydore guys out wide on the green and purple. So
they've come from Noosa, the Maroochydore guys.
Everywhere. They're taking their own line on a day like today. Your own line's not a bad option, and they've snuck in there, and they'll jump in on the side wash in second place.
Yeah, brilliant leg by Maroochydore. They're going to come around in equal second at the moment, but Mooloolaba out in front, and it's the big bearded bandit. He loves it, doesn't he?
Oh, Nick Gale, he almost copped. That's Jeff Lamarsney's ski there. He's almost copped that one going around. I think he was trying to take him out there around the backside of those cans. But
the old sea dog almost got up on him.
Oh, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. He mightn't be as fast, but he's definitely wiser than a lot of them. But that's as we're back on with Nick, and he's shaking that one off. He's looking to come down from behind here, and he's really, look at him puffing. He's hurting at this point, but he's putting in those big strokes, pumping those legs and trying to work down the runners.
Well, sometimes it's not about being technical. It's just about getting that paddle in and ripping as much water as you can. And you can see Nick Gale leaves nothing left to chance.
Oh, that's it. Sometimes it's all grunt, and when you get to the back end of this race, you're trying to keep your technique, but it's all about power down. And as the 3 teams will push down, that's Mooloolaba on your left on the black ski. That looks like that's Maroochydore in the middle, and there's Currumbin, the Currumbin Vikings, a club close to your heart, Kurt, down on the right-hand side.
So see the right of screen here, a wave's coming now, and they're trying to get on here. Nick Gale, he's going to try and catch on. He's got the leg over the side. I don't know what he's doing. Now he's off the back, so...
I don't know what he's done there. That's a mistake. He's fallen off the back. I think he thought that was more powerful than it was going to be, and he's just washed off the back. So that's drama stations there for Northcliffe. You do not want that in the first leg.
Ski paddlers are coming at the front.
Oh, and it's my favourite time of the week. Time for the ski paddlers to run, and that's Aaron Franklin from Mooloolaba pumping those arms, followed closely by Maroochydore, but it's all Currumbin out in front.
Yeah, Currumbin Vikings looking good, and it's not pretty to watch sometimes. You're just doing your best, just get around there.
Oh, that's Reece Drury there, the old sea dog from formerly from Thirroul, now Maroochydore, and he's gone round well there in 4th place, and he'll be hurting at this point.
So on to Matt Bevilacqua here for Mooloolaba, gets up and paddling this second leg of 6 in this open men's Taplin relay final here. Summer of Surf, round number 5 from Maroochydore Beach. So Currumbin just a bit slow to get going in this second leg, but still in second spot. Mooloolaba out in front, and as these boys start to hit this first break, and a bit of work to do.
That little inside bank there, that just clipped the Currumbin paddlers. We see, another one's Clint, and he's off. That little inside break, that's just destroying these guys. They're really struggling with it, and these are some of the best paddlers in the country. And he's into another one there, and he's having a tough day, the the Maroochydore paddler.
Oh, it never rains, it pours. Back-to-back hits, and all of a sudden, he was in about third, fourth spot, and he's now into about 10th. Backdoored and back to the front we go with these leaders. Here we go, still trying to get that ski started. So, well, the hometown.
That looks like Jordan Wood. He's probably one of the best kayakers in the country there for Maroochydore. But if Mother Nature doesn't want you going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. And he found that out the hard way.
Oh, doesn't Mother Nature know? He's a black swan. You can't do this on your home beach. But they hold no fury now. This surf, it certainly doesn't pick favourites. You just get taken, and if you're in the wrong spot, you're going to get owned.
And that looks like Kevin Morrison there from Northcliffe, so he's behind and he's got a lot of work to do. Northcliffe are the world champions, they're the Australian champions, I think it's 8 times now, and they're not used to being that far behind, so the guys are going to have to work really hard to make up this deficit.
So Matt Bevilacqua was stroking away nicely. Tell what else, he's got some nice shiny legs as well. He must shave those. Obviously, that's the one thing as well with these guys, much like the swimmers as well, they shave down and they taper for the big races.
That's it. You see them, they wear the shorts, they shave their legs, shave their arms, all those sorts of things, and Bevy loves to do that, even when he's not racing. But he's, yeah, it's all about those little 1%ers here, and Bevy's probably not a noted ski paddler, but he's doing a great job on the ski here. He's more of a board paddler, and he's really extended that lead here from Mooloolaba.
Well, this is what you're talking about before in the women's Taplin. Sometimes you've got to take one for the team. You've got to do a leg that may not be your strongest, but what's the strongest for the group and for the club as well. And it looks like he's delivered here in spades. So Mooloolaba is going to come off and finish his ski leg in front, but plenty more racing to come. Of course, a 6-man Taplin. This is only the second leg, so straightens it up here and just needs to get away from that one. Oh, a little bit of a slew, but is he going to fight it back? He looks like he will hold on to it.
Oh, no.
Just...
And we talk about those small mistakes here. He doesn't need that. He's done well. He's handled it. Yeah, he's up and gone. But it's those small little mistakes that can make the difference. And he knows it. He's looking to make up for it in this run leg. And this is the most important part. The guys have done their leg. They're almost finished. It's usually the last event of the carnival, so they're done at this point. He'll run down, tag Luke Cuff, and what a bloke to be tagging. He's silver medalist at the Australian Championships in the board race, and they don't come much better than Luke Cuff on the board as we see Currumbin charging up the beach, trying to get around. I love it when a ski paddler runs.
Yeah, they're really top heavy, these ski paddlers. Look at the trot. Just get it moving, whatever it takes.
Just get there. It doesn't matter, get those legs going. And Currumbin are usually a strong board paddling club, so they're not out of it here as there's carnage on the way in. The local clubs now, Alex, Maroochydore, a couple of the old soldiers coming around there, Surfers Paradise, another Maroochydore cap, another Alexandra Headlands cap. They're coming thick and fast from all over the place.
So plenty of battling here, and I guess the other hard thing at Taplin, when you work so hard, and then you've got to find your mate on the line.
Look at Northcliffe coming, Kevin Morrison. He's one of the fastest blokes in surf life saving, and he knows he's got a lot of work to do here to catch up.
One of the fastest, over 5 metres maybe, as the boys make their way out in this opening board leg of 2 here. So almost at the halfway mark, and again, just the same deal applies. 2 breaks. Get through this first break, get a little bit of a breather in that inshore gutter, and then get through that powerful second outer break.
And it looks like the Sunshine Coast Championships here. There's 2 Maroochydore caps. There's a couple of Mooloolaba in there. There's a couple of Alexandra Headlands here, but it's all Mooloolaba out in front. Look at Luke Cuff. He's cruising up and over these sets, and he'll have a little smile on his face because he knows that's going to clean up the boys on the inside.
Currumbin getting pumped on the inside. Look at that explosion that way.
Sit up
maybe
over
3 foot, 4 foot sets coming here at Maroochydore. This is what we love. This is why these guys do what they do. They love it when the waves come because they don't come that often.
Oh, they know. And when they get in, don't they enjoy it? They've really made the most of it today. And a few little mistakes are creeping in here, but not from the man out in front, Luke Cuff. He'll see this. He's really going to work hard for it. Look at him pick up the rating, work along the top of that, and he's done that so easily. And now he'll enjoy the ride home, and he knows his job's done for the day. He's really done what was asked of him.
Yeah, certainly. That's all you can do is either maintain the lead or even expand on it. Looks like Cuff has expanded on the lead quite comfortably. Now Currumbin looking desperately to hang on to second spot. There have been
battles on here for third. There's 3 coming around. They're all on the tail there, and it's not over here. We're only at the halfway point. We've been racing for so long now. You can make this lead up in 3 legs, but you can also lose it in 3 legs, and in all honesty, it happens more often than not in Taplin relays.
So Currumbin trying to get down that one and just didn't have the power, so off the back, and that's going to open the door here for these back markers, and their eyes light up. When you see someone in front miss a wave, that gives you a little bit of a spurt to try and catch one as Cuff is in control for the Mooloolaba Club. A really handy lead at the halfway point.
And it doesn't matter how far out in front you are, you run your heart out in these Taplin relays as he tags off to another great board paddler in Camp Cole. So you couldn't have a much better board paddling crew here than you've got here at Mooloolaba. Mooloolaba, and he's going to probably extend on this lead, but who knows? Anything's possible in surf like this, and there's a long way to go in this men's Taplin relay.
We've seen the form he's in. He won the individual board race today. Cam Cole's Currumbin gets up, and another youngster hits the sand, and plenty of depth in the craft. And I guess the one thing that worries me about Currumbin is the swim leg, and I guess they got Ryan Napoleon in, the former Olympian, now to do some work for the Vikings this year. That's going to make a big difference.
I know, you could probably have some worse swimmers in there than a former Olympian, but we got a long way to go, and Currumbin, usually a strong board paddling club, and as we see Cam Cole punch through another one, that outer bank is just, it's relentless today. There's nothing you can do. You get creamed up. A couple of the Maroochydore boys having a laugh. That's big Clint Irwin. He does a little bit of coaching around. He's a stalwart of the club, and they're enjoying today out in front of their home crowd. While that's Northcliffe working their way up. They're into 5th place now as he runs on there with Alex. He sneaks around him, but it's all Cam Cole out in front, out the back for Mooloolaba.
Yeah, Clint Irwin winding back the clock as well, and it's great to see. And this is when the summer of surf comes to your home beach. You'll see a couple of the older guys. They love getting out there, giving the younger guys a bit of a go, but also supporting the younger guys, getting in these 6-man Taplins as Cam Cole makes his way back in now. He'll have to catch this wave broken, probably hit the back straps.
Yeah, he's done well, but I think the boys like to get their heads on TV there, tell a few stories later on about how they've still got it, but one bloke who's definitely got it is Cam Cole, and he's really doing a good job here. He's probably one of the most skillful blokes you'll find on a board, and he's showing why now. Just cruising home, jump on those back straps, and he's a quick guy as well. He'll make his move around these turning flags.
So here we go to complete the board leg of this Taplin relay. Cam Cole up and doing his moves and looking really, really solid. And now just the swim leg remaining, and Mooloolaba really looking to finish this off in fine style. It's going to take some big swims to try and peak back these guys.
And that's it. And when you're tagging off to the likes of, we got Tommy Dowling here. I think he's 4th place overall, or 2nd place overall actually in the Summer of Surf Swim Series. It just doesn't end. And how do you beat teams like this? I'm sure when Northcliffe get back, Shannons, the Canes, the Murray Stewarts, those sorts of guys, it's going to be red hot for this Taplin relay, but it's all Mooloolaba here today.
Yeah, you can only race who's here at the moment and who's going against it. And we said when the full competitors, the full array comes back, and we go down to New South Wales and Victoria in coming rounds as well, they're going to come out of the woodwork as we start to approach the grand final of the Summer of Surf, and then the Pointy and the State and the Australian titles.
And the best part is the reputations mean nothing in this race. You could be the Australian champion, the world champion, it doesn't matter. You're racing for your club. Just as we see Currumbin coming around, it doesn't matter for these guys. They're going hard, and you could be anyone in this sport, but they're going to go at you, and they're going to try and dust you up every day of the week.
So look at these Vikings. They're just kids they've got in there really going for it. So boys against men at the moment, but they're doing a great job. And now Maroochydore into 3rd placing.
That's Beau Farrell. He's probably he shapes his own boards. He's one of the best board paddlers in the country. You see him every year in the Australian board final, and he's taken Maroochydore from, looks like 5th and 6th. He's taken them up to 3rd place as Dylan Newbigin goes in. So another skillful swimmer in there as Alex comes around the turning flag.
Yeah, 2 Alexes in there as well. I didn't recognise Farrell without the ponytail. Looks like he's donated his hair to charity, so might make him a little bit faster on the board as well.
Yeah, Trevor Hendy's always been his idol in looks and board paddling ability, so he's done a great job as Stefan Demopoulos comes around for Northcliffe, and there's Kurrawa coming around too. These guys are they're busted at the end of these legs. Look, there's Jet Kenny. He's having a blast, but he had to work hard out there on that board leg.
Well, it just comes back to not wanting to let your team down as they make their way back to shore in this opening swim leg. So just one leg remaining in this Taplin relay when these guys hit the beach. And it's still Mooloolaba in number 1 spot and doing it really well. Just got to push through that little bit of extra water.
You know what the remarkable thing is? After 5 legs of the men's Taplin relay, they're still not home and hosed. These guys can still come from anywhere. The other clubs are still battling it out for 2nd and 3rd. After 5 legs, it's still this close.
You're going to need some waves, though, to come from behind to try and get something. It's always the way. When you want to wave most, it flattens out like a pancake. Look at this. Hasn't been like this all day, and now just the last few minutes, the massive lull comes through.
Oh, that's it. You don't want them on the way out, and you want them on the way in, but it's not the case here for the boys as Tommy Dowling gets around the turning flag, and he'll tag off to Matt Poole, who we've seen him do well in the Ironman swim. He's no stranger to swimming a Taplin relay for Mooloolaba, so it's not closed the doors yet, but it's getting to that point here.
Oh, monstrous lead now. Malulabar first, Daylight second, who would really take a miracle to close it up from here. Currumbin still hanging on. They've done a brilliant job, these youngsters. Look at them, they're just kids, teenagers coming through the ranks. And this just really bodes well for the Vikings for their future as well. They've regrouped. They had a bit of a lull period there for a while. And now under Kelly Margetts and the whole squad there, they're really starting to come with a second win.
And you were worried about their swim leg, but he's done a great job there. I think that's Nick Green from Alexandra Headland. He's swum them into third place past Maroochydore, and the guys at Alex will love that. There's a big rivalry on the Sunshine Coast. Malulabar, Alexandra Headlands and Maroochydore. So Alex will love it going into this leg, and he's chasing down Currumbin. He wants it bad. And he's Big Till New Big, and that swim hurt him, I think. He's had a big day today, more than usual, so he's struggling a little bit going around this flag.
Well, that New Big name, so synonymous with surf life saving. Sister Gemma obviously was in the Iron Woman series for a long time, and great uncle Bobby, one of the greatest surf swimmers in history, right up there with Kai Hurst, and back in his era around World War II, he was just incredible in the ocean.
Yeah, he won the Australian surf race title, the Australian belt race title, as we see clubs still coming through. These guys aren't out of it yet, but there's a long way to go. That's Lucas Allen, the winner of the surf race there for Northcliffe, as we see Matty Poole. They're that far in front, he's already on his way in, and he's picked up a wave.
So hard to do it, broke on his head, surely can't hold this. Oh, stop it. Matt Poole, it's been his day to shine, hasn't he? He's taken it up another notch. So hard to do. Look at how much push he got out of that.
And look at the guys out the back. They're still going around those cans out there, so he's got such a big gap on there. He's quite skillful in the surf. He's a bit of a thrasher as well, he won't mind me saying, but it gets the job done for him. He showed his class in the Ironman, and he's really bringing it home here for Malulabar.
Yeah, it's a nice way to finish off. When you've got a lead that strong and you can get a wave as well like that, it really is just putting the icing on the cake now. Just coming through the gutter, a little bit full, he can stop, he can afford to have a little bit of a breather. He's going to have to do it again. Look, a little bit of egg beater, try and get himself high in the water, and then he goes again. Look at him trying to pump that scooter all the time. We call the scooter one arm out and then pumping it there, but a bit of backstroke, and really right now it's all academic, it's party time.
Yeah, he's not going to make any mistakes here. He's been in enough finishes to know when he's got it, and so he's just cruising home. He'll pick up one there, you'll see him pop up, and yeah, that's well done from Malulabar, a dominant display here. But the race is still on out the back for second and third. The boys are still going around the cans, and with this break the way it is, it's anyone's race at the moment.
Yeah, wave's going to play a big part as Matt Poole gets up and does his wading, and really highlights a great day in the office for him, taking out the open Ironman with that phenomenal final swim leg, and he gets just to put the polish on the end here for a great job for Malulabar. But now big waves. Currumbin just got pumped.
He come over with a lip there, and he's been belted. That one will drop him onto the shore as Matty's cruising, but the boys are struggling out the back. He'll have a face full of sand, that's for sure. He's going to end up on the bank after that one.
Oh, take a look. Check the spine on that one. It really pounded down as Matt Poole just trots along to finish it off for Malulabar. Really successful day for them here at Maroochydore for round number 5, and they're going to take out this Taplin relay, and a couple of smiles there, and great to see a bit of silliness, a bit of happiness. But who are here? Is that a Northcliffe cap?
Northcliffe.
No!
Oh, the cream rises to the top. Where have they come from?
Is that Taddy?
Oh.
No, how has he done it?
And as we spoke about, he's not a noted swimmer, but gets the job done for his club, takes them from mid-pack into second, and that's just a class act.
He's looked left, he's looked right, he's got no friends around him, he's done it all on his own.
What a great effort there. He's found a way to get through the pack there, and that's a really incredible effort from Jared McDonald there. What a swim.
So McDonald, what an absolute beautiful finish by him. He's just going to trot up, and the boys are like, where did that come from?
For him, it seems like it was expected. He knew he was going to swim his way out of 7th place, and he's enjoying it. The crowd loves it, and oh, what an effort.
From 6th spot to 2nd, that was, well, Kai Hurst-esque in the end there. They'll be talking about that soon for a while. What about this? Surfers Paradise have come from the clouds as well. So what about this final? And it's TJ Hendy, is it? So TJ Hendy's busted out a massive swim to put Surfers Paradise on the podium. They're back. And Alex Headland finished off for 4th spot to round out a remarkable day. And this domination of Malulabar continues. They put the icing on the cake here at the Summer of Surf round 5 with that open 6-man Taplin relay victory ahead of Northcliffe. It was a huge final swim there by Taddy McDonald to put them right back in the mix. And great to see Surfers Paradise rebuilding there, back with a podium placing.
I'm here with the Taplin relay winning Malulabar team, and Bevy, you really broke away well in that ski, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a bit of carnage there at the first. I got tagged well, Franklin tagged me good, and got quickly out over that shore, and it was, it was a clean start from there.
And then passed over to the boys on the board, and Cam Cole, how well did you do out there on that board? It was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did pretty well. Cuffy did good as well. Pretty much everyone in our six-man team did good.
And then Matty Poole to bring it home. 2 wins from 2 events, but you found yourself off course out there, didn't you?
Yeah, the course management wasn't too good in that second swim. It was a little bit off course, but you know, it was good to come away with a win. You know, I think the 6 of us will be pretty happy to go to the Island Bar tonight for a celebration.
So celebrations all round for Mooloolaba tonight, but on top, Northcliffe at the moment after 5 rounds of competition here. And our overall point score, Summer of Surf, Open Male Taplin. And great to see the Currumbin Vikings currently sitting in second spot as well. Then we go down to the 2 Mooloolaba teams. Further adrift to Newport and Alex Headland onto the second page. This battle to make this final at Newport Beach on March 1 is going to be incredible, especially as these rounds continue. They're just going to heat up as the summer continues. But great to see Mermaid Beach in there, Alex Headland and Warilla Barrack Point.